So not too long ago, I started posting personal finance content on Instagram, then TikTok, and then YouTube. And being super shy, I literally had no idea that talking about something I was so passionate about could lead to a personal brand that made me $1.5 million in 2021. So in this video, I want to share how I built my personal brand from scratch and how you can do it as well. So back in 2018, when I first started posting content, I literally had no idea how big social media could get. I mean, like, I really didn't have a single clue, right? I'd seen people like Gary Vee start their personal brand and see a lot of success from that. But I thought that success like that was reserved for only a very, very small group of people, what they'd call the social elite. Now, throughout the last 3 years, I've literally realized that anyone can start building a personal brand. You can double the amount of homes you sell as a realtor with your social media as your lead generation, or find twice as many investors for your company, or even meet new people as a result of your personal brand that completely change the trajectory of your life. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, it's not just reserved for that social elite class. In fact, you and I might actually have an advantage because we can be a little bit more relatable than them. To me, it's all about playing off of your strengths. So yeah, now let's go over some important secrets that will help you out if you want to start your own personal brand in 2022. First of all, what is a personal brand? Your personal brand is your reputation, and your reputation in perpetuity is the foundation of your career. In other words, your personal brand can make or break your business's success. I've seen a lot of people talk about how personal branding is the next big thing, and they're not wrong. I truly believe that in 5 to 10 years, every successful entrepreneur will have a personal brand, because really the advantages of having one are just way too big versus someone who doesn't have an audience. Step one is you have to get over being shy. I've always been a shy person throughout my life, and if you had told me 5 or 10 years ago that I'd actually make a living making content, I definitely would not have believed you. I think this is the biggest initial roadblock that is stopping most people from developing their personal brand, right? Like, most people, they don't want to get out of their comfort zone and start putting themselves out there to the internet. It is a scary thing. For me, I had to play some mental mind games. I had to convince myself that no one was actually watching my content, and I also had to convince myself that I would get good at creating content on being on camera if I just continued to practice. I just want you guys to know that literally anyone can have the personality to be on camera, because you don't have to be that super extroverted, outgoing person that most people think of when they think of content creator. Rather, you can be introverted like me, and yeah, you'll probably relate more to your more introverted audience. So yeah, just practice, play those mental mind games, and convince yourself that you don't need to be extroverted to be on camera. And you know what's crazy? A personal brand doesn't have to have hundreds of thousands of viewers to be successful. I've seen personal brands with like 5 or 10,000 followers absolutely crush it. In fact, a lot of these smaller personal brands can make more money than people with millions of followers. It's really how you monetize it. By the way, my How to Build a Personal Brand course is dropping soon. It's a 6-week intensive course teaching you how to build an automated personal brand from scratch. So yeah, if you guys are interested, I will put the link to the waitlist below. And I really do think that this is going to be a game changer if you want to build a personal brand in 2022. All right, the second secret is you have to create a character. When you create an attractive character that people want to follow, that's a big reason why people will convert from being a viewer to a follower. You know, I see a lot of people, they make a lot of viral content, but they barely get any followers. And there is a reason for that. It's because while the content can be good, there's nothing really about their character or personal brand that is super enticing and makes them want to, stay updated. So yeah, if you don't want consistent content from someone, you aren't gonna subscribe, you're not gonna follow them. And that's really going to hurt your engagement as well as your growth as a personal brand. So what you want to do is you want to emphasize certain parts of your character and really play off those strengths. So this is basically what I did for my personal brand, right? I really had to emphasize my hustle mentality, and I really had to put my story of, doing pre-med, not getting to med school, and really disappointing my parents as part of my story. When I did these things, it made me a much more attractive personal brand that people would be more likely to actually want to follow. And another really cool trick I have for you guys is it may be really smart to combine your niche with a unique character trait. Let's say, for example, you really love making content about personal finance and you also currently work as a nurse. So what I would do is I would combine those two things, right? I would do personal finance aimed towards nurses. When you yourself identify as something, then it becomes a lot easier to target that audience because there's already a lot of built up trust. And what I encourage you guys to do is write a personal brand statement. And this is gonna be the first thing that people associate with you. It also helps you really solidify your personal brand as well as what message you want to put out into the world. So yeah, a huge thing that I see a lot of personal brands missing is having that unique character, something that actually makes people want to follow you and stay up to date with your brand. So next, you need to make consistent content. I remember when I was starting off with YouTube, I made about 1 video per day back in April of 2020. That's when I really started taking YouTube seriously, and it gave me a lot of momentum that helped me take my channel to the next level. So basically what I did was I internalized the concept of consistency. That's what most people don't have, right? Anyone can start creating content, making content consistently for maybe 1 to 2 months, but then without fail, they stop making content after they get tired of it. The things with YouTube and your personal brand, you just can't get tired of it. You need to be making content about something you are super passionate about. And yeah, having that ultra consistency, that is literally your moat. And if you guys don't know what a moat is, it's basically what's separating yourself from the competition. Most people cannot be that consistent, but you can. So now in 2022, my goal is to make 365 TikToks and 365 Instagram Reels, as well as close to 100 YouTube videos. I set such a lofty goal because I realized how important it is to be consistent. And yeah, to be honest, I totally feel you guys. It's super, super hard to put yourself out there consistently for a long time. But if you want to build that successful personal brand, then that is going to be the non-negotiable that you need to follow. And yeah, this whole section brings me to my next point, which is automation. So the fourth personal brand secret is that you have to automate your personal brand. When I first started my personal brand, I literally did everything myself. I scripted all my videos, I edited all my videos, I did all my Instagram posts, TikTok posts, all of that. And the thing is, if you want to build a personal brand as well as a successful business, you can't be the only one that's doing all that. Rather, you need to find a team of people that can help you be consistent with your personal brand as well as your content creation and output. So yeah, building out my team was for sure one of the best things I've ever done. It's helped me be more consistent. It's helped me really not burn out and know that like a lot of content creators who are building their personal brands, they'll go hard for maybe a month or two, then they'll burn out and stop making content completely. So by partially or fully automating a personal brand, you really prevent that from happening. What I recommend doing is at first, you need to do everything yourself. You need to learn how to do all the stuff because that's really going to help you when you build your systems later on. But at some point with your personal brand, you're gonna want to build that team, you're gonna want to automate it. And yeah, this is all stuff that I cover in my personal brand masterclass, where I teach you guys all the tech, all the tools, all the different team members you need to hire in order to make your personal brand successful and consistent. Number 5 is that you need to monetize effectively. I've talked to so many creators and the truth is 100% of them are not monetized to their full potential. And when I think about this, I think it's completely crazy, right? Because why not make more money from your brand? I'm not saying to necessarily get paid from your audience, right? You can make 100% free content and instead get paid by brands and affiliates. But yeah, if you make more money from your personal brand, this means that you'll have more money in your pocket to invest in your business, grow it, and reach more people with your free content. Basically, what I've done is I've masterminded with tons and tons of creators, and I know exactly how to monetize a personal brand. And literally every creator I've talked to, I've been able to give them useful information that added up to $30,000 per month in additional revenue. So yeah, at some point, you definitely want to find a way to monetize your eyeballs, because by doing that, you are doing your future audience a favor. You'll literally be able to take that money, invest it in a team, and that team is going to help you put out even more great content. And my 6th big tip would be to actually start using multiple platforms. Your personal brand should be on multiple platforms, and it's a great way to sort of repurpose content and get better ROI, return on investment, for time spent making content. For example, if you're spending a lot of time making videos for YouTube, what I would do is actually repurpose some of those videos, cut them into shorter videos, and post those onto TikTok and Instagram Reels. One thing you have to do for sure is to be on TikTok, and one great reason for making content on TikTok is that you can actually take that content and just simply repost it onto Instagram Reels. That way you're making one piece of content and it's gonna be able to go live on 2 different platforms. When you're doing this, when you're on multiple platforms, this allows you to be omnipresent. With your personal brand, it's sort of like competing for views, for attention, and besides just making great content that actually provides value to your audience, one great way you can actually boost your omnipresence is just by simply making more content and being on multiple different platforms. So that's what I really did with my brand. I started on TikTok, I grew on Instagram, I started making YouTube videos, and yeah, these 3 are pretty much where I get the majority of my views from. So I know I covered a lot, but this is just a small fraction of what it takes to build a personal brand. Otherwise, this video would be like 10 hours long, and there'd just be way too much information that you guys wouldn't be able to sort of process and actually turn into accountable action. So if you do want to build a personal brand, I'm releasing my new flagship program where I literally teach you exactly everything I did to build my personal brand. This personal brand has literally changed my life. It's increased my income. It's increased the number of awesome people I've met. It's really made my lifestyle even better than it was before. And yeah, that's why I think everyone should have a personal brand. every entrepreneur in 10 years is for sure going to have one. So yeah, it literally makes no sense to wait on building a personal brand because that is gonna be one of the biggest assets you have for your future business, I guarantee it. So yeah, like always, I hope you guys got some value from the video. And yeah, my whole purpose with this channel is to build a really strong community of people who all want to lead financially successful lives. So yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more videos just like this. Make a ton of content about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Anyways, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.